Good afternoon, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and we got the brand new K-9 support revealed out of Doom, which is really exciting. For the last few days, we got the second wave of Yummy support and the second wave of Dragon Tail support, and now we have the final archetype out of Justice Hunters, K-9, getting its second wave of support. We got a new main deck monster and a new XYZ. Let's see if they're any good. So first things first, we have K9-04. Nori, Noroi, the level 5 Earth Machine effect monster, 2200 attack, 1500 defense. You can only use the second and third effect of this card thing once per turn. If your opponent has 2 or more cards in their hand, normal summon this card without tributing. Okay, not bad. Your opponent's usually going to have 2 or more cards in hand, but I don't like that it requires your opponent to play into it. If this deck is meta, which it will be, they're going to try to play around it, which means they'll probably have no cards in hand at the end of their turn. However, if you are going first, well, they're always going to have cards in hand, so that's not bad. Second effect is it discards normal summon. Spell summon one non-machine K9 monster from your deck, and if you do, you're locked out of the extra deck while all these cards face up on the field except K9 monsters. So it basically says, look, I'm an E-Telly for the deck for any K9 monster. However, until you use me as XYZ material, the only XYZs you can make are K9 XYZs. So that is a huge restriction, but I think that's fine in the form of a K9 archetype. I think that's manageable. Then the third effect says you can send one K9 card you control to the graveyard, look at your opponent's hand. This card could send any K9 card you control to grave. So not only can it send any monster, but let's say you already used a field spell or continuous spell, or any of the K9 cards already been used, you can just now look at your opponent's hand, and that's insane deck knowledge. Like, knowing what your opponent has and how to play around it is one of the best kinds of things you want to do in a game, and that's pretty strong. Next, we have K9 666 Goyu, or Jax. So this is K9 666 Jax. This is a rank 5 Dark Fiend XYZ effect monster. 2600 attack, 2500 defense. Materials are 2 level 5 monsters, so it's generic. You can only use the first effect of this card thing once a turn. And this card is XYZ summon, or if your opponent activates a monster effect in hand or grave, you can detach one material from this card, target one monster on the field, destroy it. So on immediate XYZ summon, pop a card. Or when your opponent activates a monster effect, blow it up. That is already really good. You can only use the first effect once per turn. So it's either on summon the XYZ or when your opponent activates an effect, which is just a really solid effect, especially since the K9s are like hand traps that can XYZ on your opponent's turn, meaning this is like a 1-card XYZ. You make this guy, and you just completely blow up a card, which feels really good. Second effect of this card says a K9 XYZ monster that has this card's material gains its effect. Any battle damage that this card inflicts to your opponent this turn, they activate a monster effect in their hand or grave is doubled. So basically saying, hey, any battle damage this card does to your opponent, if they activate a monster effect from hand or grave, this card does double damage, which is not bad, helping you push for game as a 2600. Overall, really good card. It's going to help you pop your opponent's monsters on their turn 0, which is really nice. Love the artwork of the XYZ and the main deck monster, but especially the XYZ, the lava and the fire and the ice. Really cool combination. Overall, really good support. We'll have to see how it goes for K9 in the future, but yeah, these are some really cool cards, and I can't wait to see what people cook up with in the upcoming meta.